It's a pre-Lurie's month, so I guess quite a lot of work. Maybe not as good as some of the pre-Lurie's months. I don't think some of the guys in the judges didn't feel that, like they were all expecting like a really exciting month because of Lurie's and stuff. So it didn't quite deliver as that. Except what always does happen is the really great stuff does deliver, and they go cool, like clear winner there or clear winner there. But yeah, not a good sign for Lurie's. Let's hope there's another month, or guys are holding back their Lurie stuff so that it's not all bunched into 1 month. So, but we'll get into that with the categories. Let's go through print. I think really was a really nice clear winner. There was a lot of craft stuff in the print, but so great craft throughout all the print, except that it wasn't always met with a great idea. And I think that's what made this stand out, was once again true insight came back to take the first place, and that was Tiger Brand's Enterprise. Fantastic little insights of like who you're going to give the biggest slice of polony to. So that was a really nice insight there. It was TBW Handelscaris, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them in the campaign. So you can see how a great idea just allows you to do a lot of executions that didn't feel like they didn't need all the executions. Each execution was an experience on its own. That's also a nice example of a great campaign, is you can actually look at each one and enjoy each one and just go, yeah, it's not just a repeat of the idea. And then in second place was Ogilvy with brake assist technology. So that was second place. It's Cape Town Ogilvy. And then tied in third was Omo, Low Bull, with, who is that? That is Bester Burke with Q20. So 2 pieces there that tied up. In fact, we moved the fourth place up into tie third because we thought it really deserved, especially in that category. It's a tough category, tough clients, things like that, and they sold a really nice piece of work, so we brought them up. TV, not a great month. I think there wasn't any sort of really strong TV commercials, well thought out, well shot, all that sort of thing, or even just a beautiful idea or something like that. So it wasn't really a great TV month. I think what saved it was some nice positive sparring between brands, and that's what I'm talking about here, is the Nando's and Santam sparring, with the did you notice that the guys had changed and things like that. And I think what happened was actually Nando's was in first place with their little sort of spoof ad on the Santam ad. But what was more exciting, and Santam came in second, we actually lifted that up to first, because they didn't just sort of take commentary on another ad. They actually really changed the style of doing it and had a nice challenge towards Nando's, and landed up in a really cool response of sending some food to the children's home and things like that. So that we actually felt like those two deserved first place tie. So we brought Santam up to tie first with Nando's. And of course Santam was, Nando's was Black River, and then Santam is King James. So that's tied first.
It's so easy to ignore important details, especially when they're right under your nose. How often have you looked at a Nando's menu, studied it, scrutinized it? Could you have missed one of the many meals they have on offer? No? Yes? Maybe? It's easy to overlook great meals, especially when there are so many to choose from. Don't believe me? Then tell me. Did you notice the meal beside me had changed 3 times during this ad?
Covered for the kind of person that you are, I've no doubt that you would have. Could you have missed something important?
Could you have missed one of the many meals they have on offer? No? Yes? Maybe?
It's been brought to our attention that a certain fast food chain has cribbed our commercial. Under normal circumstances, we'd be upset, but frankly, we're flattered. and we're prepared to overlook this indiscretion if the aforementioned fast food chain follows these instructions. By 4 p.m. Thursday, we'd like the following delivered to this address: 62 lemon and herb half chicken and chips with coleslaw, 12 kids' meals with chips and toys, 74 hot sticky toffee puddings, 74 assorted cold drinks, and a Portuguese salad. It's a small price to pay, all things considered, and we're sure you'll accept this challenge gracefully. Or are you chicken?
Then in second was DSTV Rewind by Ogilvy Johannesburg, and in third was Honda SA from DDB. That tied third. In ambient and outdoor, first place was KFC. In this case, KFC Ad Hope from Ogilvy Johannesburg. In this case, they actually came second in the judging, and after a little bit of discussion with the panel, we just felt that the KFC idea was actually a far more sort of legit, strong, actual effective piece of work that resulted in a really nice sort of response from consumers and donations and things like that. So because of that, the scores were so close, and when they're so close, we're allowed to go, hang on, we feel this is slightly better. So we did flip that around, and we pushed KFC into first place.
Ad Hope is KFC South Africa's answer to the pandemic of child hunger. It promises that a donation as small as just R2, that's 26 American cents, can fill an empty belly. As part of their World Hunger Relief Month campaign, KFC created the Wall of Hope, a 1.8 meter high, 150 meter long steel structure consisting of 5,500 empty-bellied childlike figures. Donors filled the children's bellies with their R2 coins, demonstrating how every cent of each donation went directly to providing food for a child.
In second then came Musica with Lightsabers from the Jupiter Drawing Room, Cape Town. And then tied for third, let me just make sure that's a tied. Yep, tied for third was McDonald's Kids Parties, and also really fresh way of looking at it as well, as far as posters go. And Chicken Licken, it was sort of extra large stuff for extra large wings. Clear winner in Radio Fight Lascaris for Tiger Brand's Doom. It was at least 7-8 points in front of second place. I think what was maybe a little bit of advice here was maybe they were a little bit too long. I think sometimes we do that on radio, we tend to overwrite stuff. So the panel felt it was maybe a little too long, but a clear winner nevertheless.
My Queen, I've had no misgivings about the cause in which I've engaged until now. The colony leant upon the triumph of our march, and the eyes of men have never seen the path that I followed. But I fear that my sins have returned to visit me. They branded me a tiny tyrant when I led 100,000 soldiers to their deaths, and happily sacrificed countless more to taste sweet victory. When I tore the heads from my enemies and sent my platoons to devour their young, they called me mindless. These continued intrusions have sullied your honor. Now that I've been brought to my 6 knees, I must beg forgiveness before my end, here at the doorway to the kitchen.
Things change when you know you're going to die. the ultimate insect killing power. Fast, deadly, doom.
Dear Mother, it's taken a lifetime to track you down. After you gave birth to me under that cardboard box, I fell in with the wrong crowd. We'd break into basements and kitchens just to steal food and spend the night somewhere warm. One night, as I was leaving through our window, I was attacked by the owner of the house. Severe injuries eventually cost me 2 legs, and I've walked in tiny circles ever since. Things got worse. I got into some destructive relationships, fathering some 5,000 illegitimate children. Before it's too late, I need to tell you something. I forgive you, Mother. Life must have been so tough for you after my father was flushed down the toilet.
Things change when you know you're going to die. The ultimate insect killing power. Fast, deadly, doom.
My sweet Muriel, all my life I've kept this from you. Now, with so little time left, you must know you are always the one. Everything changed to me that day we met in the park. Your sweet, high-pitched voice buzzed around my head. I'd never heard anything so annoyingly melodic, but I shut you out. I thought I'd lost you when you were carrying malaria, and I should have told you how I felt. I realized too late, and just sat and stared at your red, swollen belly. I should have spoken up while we enjoyed that Italian. We sat, sucking the blood from his middle toe, and I realized I'd never see anything so beautiful again.
Things change when you know you're going to die. The ultimate insect killing power. Fast, deadly, doom.
And then in second place was McDonald's Kids Parties from DDB. And then in third place, actually what we did was we brought through the fourth place up to tie third. So third landed up as a tie with City Lodge from Huntless Gorras, and Frank from Fox P2. We brought that up into third tied because it's a really tough category, product category, being insurance and that, and it's positive to see clients doing brave stuff, and it's maybe one of the things we've seen with the whole month is you got Suntam doing some really nice stuff. That's like that sort of brand, that sort of product, and they're doing exciting stuff. And yeah, again we got Frank, which is also life cover, and they're also doing exciting stuff. So there's some normally very safe sort of clients doing some really great stuff, which is fantastic to see. So that we moved up into fourth. So well done to Fox P2 for that.